Hi, welcome to my channel Cloud with Girish. In the previous video workshop, I demonstrated how to secure your CloudFront distribution or websites using AWS WAF. If you missed it, be sure to check out the tutorial linked in the description before continuing. Here is the link. It's also in the description. Now in this video, we will take the next step by customizing the response for blocked action. By default, AWS WAF returns a 403 forbidden status, but I will show you how to modify that response to something more custom. Let's look at our business use case. Our business use case based on the previous workshop is to deny access to user outside of US. Now in this one, we will further extend it to do not send default response code of 403 forbidden, rather send a custom response code of 404 not found. I will be creating the AWS web equal and rules using AWS console. However, you can create the AWS WAF using CloudFormation as well. Now let's look at the architecture. We have a HTTPS website hosted using Route 53. S3, I have added a CloudFront distribution along with the ACM, the Certificate Manager service, and we have a secure website. This secure website is protected through AWS WAF with a rule that only user from US IP address can access the website. And now in this scenario, we're gonna return a custom error code or custom response for blocked action. Prereq for this is to ensure that you have reviewed the prior workshop on AWS WAF. Link is in the description. That is the foundation workshop for this next step, which is sending the custom response back. Let's get started. So we're going to review the default response. We'll review the supported status codes. We'll review the custom response body. And then we're going to enable the custom response. And then we will validate the solution. At the end, we do want to do a resource cleanup so that we don't incur the ongoing charges. So let's look at the default response quickly. A default response, like I stated before, is a blocked action 403 error. It may look similar to blow when like you block use the block action, so you will say 403 error and request could not be satisfied. This is the default error code that will be returned for the blocked action. We want to change it, so let's look at what our options are. So AWS WAF default response can be customized to provide a different status code. Now here is status code. Now I don't have the entire list here. You can find it on the AWS documentation, but in a high level summary, you can have like 2xx successful responses to indicate that request was successful. There are also like a lot of 3xx status codes are supported for redirection. 4xx for client error, like one very popular one that you probably have seen is like 404 for like not resource not found kind of, and that's the one we're gonna use it. And then 5xx, the server error, like server not found or server issue and all. So those status codes are also supported. Now here is the custom response body looks like. So we can create a custom response body and we can actually define an error message of our choice, right? So there are three different ways you can specify a custom error message. You can use a JSON, you can use an HTML format, or you can just have it in a plain text format, the error message. This example here, it's very simple, just a HTML tag I'm using the div like, and I'm showing that, hey, it's an error, your requested page is not found. So this is the message that should be displayed to the user when the blocked action is in place. Let's enable the custom response. So we're going to go back to our default web ACL that we created in the previous workshop. And this time we're going to enable the custom response header. All other detail that we configured for that rule will remain the same. So if you see here, all I have done is enable the custom response. And then I'm putting a 404 status code. I can put any status code here that I want, but in this use case, I want to use 404. So that's what I put it. And then I can also select the custom error that I have defined in the previous step. So now I'm using the custom error that I have defined. So not only I will get the status code of 404, but I will also get the error that I have defined. So let's validate the website rule again. And this is what now, when you access that site, the https cloudwithgirish.com, then you will see the custom error, right? If this rule is in place. So it will say error, your requested page is not found. And if you see, this is different than how I was getting it before by the default status code. So I have changed the error message. And also, if I go to the browser console to confirm the error being received, I can see that I'm actually getting the 404 code and not the 403, which was the default forbidden response by the AWS WAF. So this is how we can configure the custom response and custom status code to return based on the use case. Now, like I said, at the end, we do want to make sure that we do the resource cleanup. And this is important so that you don't incur charges in your AWS account. So remove the CloudFront association, delete the rule, and then delete web ACL. So that will be the cleanup that we need to do before we wrap up this. Now, with this workshop, we have successfully demonstrated how to send a custom response using AWS WAF. Depending on your business use case, a custom response may be required to provide a message to the consumer of the service. Hope you have enjoyed this tutorial. I'm constantly working on new content covering various AWS topics, so please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the Cloud with Girish channel. Your support helps me continue creating valuable AWS tutorials and workshops. Stay tuned for more exciting content. Thanks for watching.